So you started with the coaching program in February, and then March you did 50K.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because if you have faith in the Lord and add it to your business, nothing can stop you. He didn't put you in this planet to not live in abundance. If you have arms, you have legs, bro, you could do anything that a regular human can do, bro. There's no reason for you not to reach your max potential.
Welcome back to LandVerse, everyone. This is Femi here with Chris Ramirez, LandVerse member who is making $50,000 a month in his business at the age of 21 years old. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, fam? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Good. So I am inspired by your work ethic, your story, and you coming on to be a LandVerse six-figure fast track coaching member. And you're now at the point where your business is consistently doing $50,000 a month, and you're only 21. Can you talk me through your story and just how you got here, where you're from? Tell me about yourself, man.
Let me tell you, bro. The beginning, I'll start from the beginning. I grew up playing baseball my entire life, man. So when you play sports, you always got that discipline. You got the urge to keep getting better every single day. So I grew up playing baseball from 4 all the way up to like 18, 19. Then I ended up going to college, playing baseball, but at some point you're not good enough. I wasn't that good. And at that time, I wasn't as motivated, as disciplined as to I am today. Okay. So at that time, I was like, okay, I'm not going to make it that far in baseball, and I don't enjoy college. So I was going to college playing baseball. And college is not my thing. I'm over taking some bull crap classes that, dude, what am I doing? What am I doing with all this extra stuff? I don't know what I'm going to do with my degree. I just picked a random one, business degree. How funny, right? I pick a business degree, but I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, bro. So from there, I just started finding different adventures, how to make money and stuff. So I found different things like drop shipping, crypto, options trading, reselling shoes, bro. I did everything. Name anything, bro. I did it. I'm telling you, I did it. And then eventually I ran into like wholesaling houses and all that. And I ran across some guy's podcast. He was talking about land. I was about to start doing wholesaling houses. And during that time, I was driving for dollars in my neighborhood over here in San Bernardino and try to find beat down ass homes and all that. And we found one. That's the funny thing. We locked one up. We did a fix and flip. But I fell this thing into land. And once I started doing land, bro, I quit doing that wholesale, bro. I was like, that's just too much work. I'm not doing that extra thing, bro. I could just send out letters. People call me. I make money. Simple as that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm 21 right now. And I'm just closing deals, doing land, bro. I started this when I was 20.
So you told me we were on a coaching call one time. I had no idea how old you were. I thought you were older than me. So I remember asking you, I was like, how old are you?
Yeah.
You said 21. That blew my mind. I was like, you're 21? What?
So, I ain't even that old either, bro. You're 23.
I'm 24. Yeah, I'm not that older than you. I'm not. But it's just the fact that you're 21, doing what you're doing. It blows my mind. But at the same time, then again, I was also 21 with similar results. So
there you go.
Your story is actually very similar to mine in the fact that you were actually an athlete first. Can you talk about that transition? Because I know that was really difficult for me because, as an athlete, especially, you're young, you're in high school, then you go to college and all these things. You're trying to get offers and all those things. You in your mind think, I'm going to go pro. So that's what that's what you want. That's the goal. And then if that doesn't happen, that can bog you down a little bit. Can you talk about that and how you transition that? And maybe even like kind of transition the mindset of being an athlete into being a successful businessman.
It correlates well, bro. I'll tell you that right now. It correlates well. It's a little different because growing up, the whole time you're always like, damn, I want to go pro. You don't have anything else in mind. You don't really care about school and all that. You just want to go pro. So that's your mindset. But I wasn't good enough. I wasn't growing. I wasn't in the gym and all that. But the one thing I took from it, I'll tell you, is the discipline. The discipline shaped me to the person I am when it comes to doing business. Because everything, the way you grow up in life, playing sports is all about discipline, working hard every single day so you can beat out your competition. It's the same thing for business, bro. Same exact thing. Yeah. So my mindset, it correlates. I'll tell you that right now.
I found the exact same thing. Like the discipline, the mindset, the focus, all those things carry over very well into business, and if not even more. Like the same, because as an athlete, it's actually a lot harder than running a business. I mean, I don't know if you agree, but like for me, like going to weights at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's a lot harder than closing a $50,000 deal. It just is. So when you take that mentality of doing those hard things over and over again, business becomes super easy.
I'll be even telling my friends that. I'll be honest with you, bro. I think college is way harder than me running my business. I'll be honest with you. I remember all these classes I have to take, bro. I suck at school. I'll tell you that right now. I was like, these classes, this shit is hard, dog. Yeah. All the time, bro. I was like, this business shit, because I actually enjoy it, bro. I'm watching videos every single day. I'm educating myself because I'm enjoying it. But when I'm going to school, I'm not enjoying that shit. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not enjoying it. So when I'm doing this, I'm enjoying it and it's easier. I'll tell you it's way easier. I think so.
Right. I completely agree. I remember running my business in 2021 when I was still trying to finish college and finish my college classes. The only reason why I stayed in college is because I told my mother that I would give her a degree. I didn't want to be in college anymore. I was sick of it. I got to the point where I was like, my ego was like, I'm probably making more than the teachers now, and all nonsense like that. Right? Probably true. And so, you're like going through these classes and I was just trying to finish. But you're absolutely right. Like this stuff is a lot easier than going through the traditional route and traditional college and all those things. So, tell me about your business right now. What kind of deals are you doing? Just walk me through your business. Were you sending mail? Are you doing texts? What are you doing?
All mail. I've done a few texts, but not in my current business this year. My first year, I did it in 2023. Yeah, 2023. I did my first year. I did more infill lots. I did infill lots. I did mail, and that's all I focused on. But now I transition. I'm doing recreational. So the beginning of January, I'm doing straight recreational now. That's why I hit you up because I wanted to learn how to do recreational because I saw like there's so much more opportunity with recreational than infill. Infill, I don't know. It was cool. Don't get me wrong. But I was just wholesaling deals, making 5, 10K. But I think 20K was my max deal. I made like biggest spread out of like, I don't even know, I closed like 15 to 20, but a bunch of small wholesale fees. But now I transitioned for recreational and just my first deal netted me over 20K. So, and that's just relisting the realtor without me doing all that extra work, kind of call people, call buyers after I lock it up. I like doing all that extra work. So my business now
Right.
is just simple. Lock up the contract, then relist with the realtor and resell. Simple as that.
Have you found the conversations with sellers to be different between recreational and infill lots at all?
Yeah, the people when it comes to recreational, I feel like they sometimes they understand the people that like, have a lot of lots that are recreational. They can understand the value like price per acre.
Mhm.
Infill lots, a lot of people are like, no, they got inherited and all that. Honestly, no, I can't say that actually. I cannot say that. Never mind. I'm crossing myself right there. Recreational, I think is actually easier just because people are typically getting inherited in recreational because typically people just use it for hunting or recreational use for camping and all that. So it's easier to lock it up because it's harder to price that. When you go on the market, how are you going to price a recreational lot? They typically don't understand what the value is. Infill, in my bad, I crossed myself up there. Infill is when they kind of understand the thing, like how much it's worth and all that, because you just put a house on it.
I found the exact same thing. Like the largest deals I've ever had have been people that inherited a recreational lot. They inherited, maybe 50 acres or 100 acres, and they didn't even know that it existed. And then they get a letter with cash on it saying that, we'll pay cash for their property. And then they're like, we'll all sell it. And they don't even do any research. Like to them, it's just like, okay, that's an extra 50,000, which is crazy. When you're dealing with infill lots and residential lots, on average, they know exactly where it is. They know exactly what's going on with it because they probably had plans of building on it at some point in time.
Yeah.
As opposed to a recreational lot where it might be hunting or it might be grazing land or anything like that, and they really don't know about it. So it's really untapped. And I like to say, one man's trash is another man's cash. Honestly, and so that's what we're able to tap into. So tell me about some of the deals that you're working right now. What's exciting? What do you struggle with also as a land investor?
Now I'll tell you what I struggle with in the beginning, then we'll say the good things after. Struggle, I think I might like recreational. I feel like is a little bit more harder to price compared to infill. Infill is a
Mhm.
little bit easier because all the pricing is very homogenous. Because usually, whenever I did infill, you'll circle a little polygon in a certain area instead of pulling the whole county. Now I'm
Right.
pulling the whole county now. So I feel like the pricing is a little more difficult in certain areas that you work in. But that's pretty much the struggle. Besides that, I love recreational way more. I'll tell you that right now. But for recreational right now, the good things right now, so that I'm dealing my business, I got 3 deals that are recreational right now that are under contract. I'm working on more. I just sent out more mail. I increased my marketing, especially in my business. I'm doing about 8,000 per month now. I was starting off at 5. And I think two months ago, made my biggest month. I tell you that right now, I made 50K. And think about that. Started in January, made 50K, and
Mhm.
was no March. My bad. I made 50K in March off of 2
Okay.
recreational lots, and it was so simple, bro. It was so simple, and the sellers I was dealing with were so much simpler too. Yeah, and
Yeah.
because the prices are bigger, the ranges I'm attacking are bigger now. So whenever
Right.
I try to reduce on price, it's so much easier. So when I was doing
Right.
infill, while I'm tacking $25,000 deals, I try to reduce the price from 15 to 10. The sellers get all crazy, like, oh no, that's too much, even though it's only 5,000 reduction. And I could come a
Yeah.
recreational, tack big ass deals, reduce 10 to 20K, and it was easier. That's what
Right.
I'm saying. That's why I like recreational better. But that's pretty much it. My dad handles the calls. I do all the work in the back end, and we're sending out 8,000 monthly. Our goal is to make 500K this year. So we're gonna try to increase the shit of our marketing, bro. We're gonna try to at least get 20K mailers before this year. Honestly, my goal is at least by September or October.
It'll happen, and we'll incrementally scale you to that exact point. So you started with the coaching program in February, and then March you did 50K.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
So that is crazy. Talk about how you felt like signing up to the coaching program and going through the onboarding process and becoming a student and becoming all those things. How did that like? What was going through your mind? Because I know that it's a initial investment that can scare some people off. So talk to me about that. Talk to me through that thought process for you.
I'll be honest with you, bro. When I first heard how much the price was, I was like, damn, bro. But the only reason is because I saw you always posting your wins and shit. I was like, I know this guy's legit. I know he's legit. And 20K, that's one deal, bro. So you got to think
Right.
abundantly. You can't think like that. You can't think little. Like, okay, if I spend 20K, fuck, I have no more money. Can't think like that. Think
Right.
I invest 20K, he's gonna teach me how to make 7 figures. Boom. That's how you got to think. And guess what? Because I work with my dad, he did not want to do it. He didn't want to do it. He was like, bro, 20K, that's a shitload, bro.
I know
You're not
you
about
know
to spend that much.
too. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. That's a
Right.
shitload of money. And I was like, bro, just trust. I'm telling you, just trust me, bro. Don't worry about it. Trust. And all the little shit you taught me, bro, it blows my mind. Just 'cause that's funny though, because I feel like I knew a good amount already about the land business, but just the little things that you add into your business, it helps a lot. And it just everything I've been doing, it's been going through smoother and easier for me. So
Right.
coaching, I think it's worth it. If you need to invest in mentorships for you to grow. That's how I think.
Yeah, it really is the minor details. And I think that when you actually hone in on those minor details, that takes your business from 20, 30,000 a month to 100,
Mhm.
120,000 a month. I really do. And it's those little small things that can just make your systems and your processes go that much faster. And we've been able to implement a lot of those things into your business, and we'll continue to do so. And I think the other thing too is that we're able to iterate. So if I have something new, I'm always going to tell you, hey, Chris. I mean, I've told you before, hey, Chris, I got this new thing. Let's try this. And I'm going to tell you before I tell anyone else, you know?
I love that. That's
Um,
damn.
and so that's how it always goes. And I think that's more powerful than anything. Even me personally, like I am always investing in the coaching and mentorships and all those things just because it's worth it, right? Like if I think, oh, okay, if I spend this $15,000, damn, that's $15,000 I don't have. Instead of thinking that, okay, let me spend this 15K. This 15K might make me $250,000. I can confidently say on six figures that I've spent on coaching programs and mentorships and all that stuff, it has definitely made me seven figures
Right?
without. And so just continuing to do that. I mean, I bought a mastermind today. I texted one of Ryan Pineda's people, and I was like, "Can I want to go to this thing. I think it's tomorrow." I was like, "I want to go."
Which one
Call,
is it? Is a Vegas one? That's the one in Vegas?
yeah, it's in Vegas. Yeah. So I didn't have any plans of going to that last week. I'm gonna go tomorrow. So
There you
it's
go.
just like, but just connecting with people and just making those things happen for yourself, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to really ascend yourself into financial freedom. You're
Yep.
going to have to take those risks and have to take those chances, and understand that it will work out if you continue to do it.
What's that
So
saying? You got to lose thousands to make 10,000. You got to lose 10,000 to make 100,000. You got to lose 100,000 to make millions. That's how it
yeah,
is, bro.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. And it's not even. I don't even think about it as losing it. I just think about it as,
That's
okay, this is an investment that I'm going to get back.
mm-hmm.
Ultimately, like, I believe in myself. So as long as someone gives me the tools, I know what to do with it. You give me the tools, you teach me how to use the tools, I'll do the rest. Right?
Exactly.
As long as you do those two things, I'll do the rest.
Yeah.
Now, some people think that, they have to be given the tools, taught how to use the tools, and then I got to do it right next to you.
Yeah.
You know, you have to take it in your own hands, because honestly,
Mm.
Chris, if you didn't have the mentality that you have, and in many ways you're very similar to me. If you didn't have that mentality, I would have been like, I can't coach you because
Yep.
I would be afraid that you wouldn't do what you need to do to take to take the tool to do what you have to do it. So you said your goal is 50K, I mean $500,000 for the year. Um, Talk to
Mhm.
me about where you see yourself being at, let's say 24, 25 years old, in this business, and where you think that this business as a vehicle can just take you in your life.
24, 25, I'll be a millionaire without a doubt. I'll be a millionaire. And with the vehicle, me running my business, I want this thing already fully operated without me being in the business or not being fully in the business where I have employees in place and it's repeatedly making me 100K each month. And with all that money, because at this point, at a certain point, wholesaling and your land biz, I feel like it only gets you to it caps out. I think maybe 10 million max you could probably make a year doing
Yeah,
this. I think there's like always a cap when it comes to businesses like this. With all that money, I got to reinvest it somewhere. Okay, I can't just keep buying dumb shit or just keep it in my bank. It's not gonna make me money. So
right.
buy more real estate, buy multifamily, buy single families, and invest in crypto. That's what my eyes so far. Unless I pick something up later, I figure out with someone else. But so far, just my eyes, is honestly, just real estate, buying
Right.
properties and all that.
Oh, I love it. Same here. So, what would you say as far as working with your dad? How is that, like, doing business with your dad?
It's cool. Yeah, there's always times. It's the one thing that sucks is because remember, when you're close with someone, sometimes you bump heads about certain things. Like, hey, no, you should be doing this. And then they're like, nah, this. That's how it is sometimes. But I love it. You know why I love it is because now my dad gets to be a part of the business, and I want him to quit his job, so he doesn't have to work anymore. My mom don't got to work anymore. Eventually, once we scale up this business, eventually, and they could quit and do this full time. I don't want them working for the rest of life. They work regular warehouse job, and then my mom does just accounting. She doesn't like doing that. She's always in pain with the wrist and all that. So it's cool having my dad a part of the business so we can grow together. And it gets us closer too at the end of the day. So I like working with him.
When you first came to me, your dad was taking all of your calls. How has it been any different since you guys have implemented the Pat Live answering service?
We love it, bro. Wait, not wasting energy, wasting so much energy by him because he works night shifts. So
Right.
when people call him and he's sleeping in the morning, all the hate calls, it's pointless for him to wake up. Literally pointless for him to wake up. And whenever we call people back, it's cool because they answer 24/7 at all times. And whenever we call them back, we know how the property looks. Instead of us just straight calling us, we have no idea how the property looks. So we already understand what the property looks like, the offer price we gave them. We can already tell in the tone of their voice if they're interested or not by hearing the recordings of Pat Life. I love Pat Life. It makes our life so much more simpler and it keeps it more organized too because everything is integrated with our CRM. So automatically gets transported whenever a call goes through. I love Pat Life, bro.
Yeah, Pat Live is great. And I remember you telling me that when you first came on. I was like, wait, your dad answers all the calls? It's like
Mhm.
it's not gonna work. So I'm glad that we've been able to implement that Pat Live. I think when you're able to actually evaluate the asset before you call them back, it makes things so much better. It puts things way more in your favor than not, honestly. What else have you found to be a major enhancement in your systems on a daily basis, daily workflow? What have you found?
Enhancements in which way?
Just like things that you feel like have made your business easier.
Oh, okay. Priced. Oh, big game changer. Price is amazing software, bro. I use that for everything. I've heard of it, but I never used it. The market research, so easy, bro. I'll tell you that right now. I was paying for a different software. I was paying 1,500 every 3 months. It was cool, bro, but it's not $500 for an entire year for you to give you the best data in every county, bro. I love that shit. That shit is fire. I get the best markets, and the price is my mail for me. I'm telling you, that was a big game changer. So I love Price, love Pat Live, Ring Central. That was a great. I'm glad we switched over. Used Carl before. I guess they're the same company, I guess,
I
but
didn't
I
know.
like Central way better. I get the recordings. It's way smoother, and then we know when they're calling from a different line when it's just business instead of just going straight to our phone. So I like that better.
Yeah, no, Ring Central is, I mean, honestly, systems just in general are important in your business, like we talked about. As far as your personal routine to get these deals done and run a successful business, can you talk me through what that looks like? What do you do on a daily basis to make sure that your business actually runs as efficiently as possible?
Well, you need to grow personally in life for your business to grow. So I hit the gym every morning. I wake up every day at 6 o'clock. I get my ass up, take a shower, go to the gym. I go with my boy, and he does his land investing thing too. So we're always chopping up about that. You're with somebody that's in the business too. So we're always talking about business. We're working out each other. Then I head back home, eat my meals, and I'm just working from whatever time I get back home from like 10 to 5. and just working. That's literally how my daily basis works. And then I always like to spend time after. I like to give myself time to spend time with family or friends as well, because you do all this business stuff. You do it to enjoy that stuff. You do all this. You don't have to work a 9 to 5 where you're tired all the time, where you don't have days off. You want to enjoy yourself. And I like to golf. So I golf, spend time with my family, spend time with my friends, and do that. So I like to enjoy myself after I work hard. I got to earn it though. So you got to work hard first, then get your shit done. You got to earn it.
It doesn't even feel good if you just do if you're having fun and you haven't worked hard. I feel it.
Yeah.
Like if I know I haven't put in my all that day, I'm like, no, I have more to do. I haven't done
You feel
anything
so lazy, right, bro? You feel so lazy. You could do
yet.
more work than a typical person, bro, and you still feel like, damn, I'm not doing enough. That's how it is, bro.
You're absolutely right. And
Mhm.
yeah, the routines are very important. You said something very profound in that if your personal life is not correct, if your routines are not correct, then your business is not going to be correct, right? And I think that I mean, same thing for me. I wake up at 4, I work out in the morning. I only work out with people that are also millionaires and also have $1 million businesses.
There you
So
go.
what does that do? That drives me forward. So like we'll be working out. They're talking about ads and
Yeah.
systems, hiring. That's the first thing I hear when I wake up in the morning, right? So all that's going to do is push me forward to making more money in my business and growing my business. I think
Mhm.
that that's very important. It's just also surrounding yourself with those kinds of people. I think it's great that you work out with a guy that also does the same thing that you do, as
Mhm.
opposed to, you working out with the guy that's maybe a truck driver. You don't
Mhm.
really want to hear about truck driving things
Mhm.
because you're trying to make
Right.
millions of dollars. So
Exactly.
I do think that taking care of the mind first, taking care of yourself, it
Yeah.
definitely enhances your business. And a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah. I honestly think having at least one friend by your side that's on the like doing entrepreneurship, all that is necessary, because we push each other. We push each other every single day. We're always talking about money. So I feel like it's very helpful to have at least one other friend.
And didn't you guys both just get new cars too?
Yeah, we both got brand new Beamers. That we're like, hey, bro, February 14th. I don't even care if we got no money, bro. Let's go get BMWs. Let's do it, bro. And that was probably like 3 months before that. But we're doing pretty good those 3 months. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
So we're like, let's go get it, bro. We got it the same month. They're like a week apart.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
How have you found that to be like the difference in how does that make you feel like driving that car as opposed to whatever you might have been driving before?
That's the reason why I wanted to get the car. It makes you feel like you're worth it. Like you work so hard, you earn this. You sit in this car every single day because you work hard. The reason why you're able to acquire it is because you worked hard, and it feels
Right.
so good driving. I'll tell you, trading them from my Honda Civic to that. Don't get me wrong, Honda Civic was good, bro. I love the gas mileage, all that. Tell me that shit was amazing. But just driving a Beamer, it just feels different, bro. It feels
Right.
nice, and that's just the beginning, bro. Eventually I'm gonna want to upgrade and stuff, and I'm not worried about it right now. But I just love it. I just love getting it, and then I like that when other people see it too, like friends and family, like, bro, like that's so sick. I'm telling you, bro, anyone could do this. You guys know me. You guys know me. We've
Right.
been through the same. I was going to college the same time as you guys. I quit college and I just grinded for 6 months and I changed my life that quick. Anyone could do this.
Anyone, and that's what's so profound about this. A lot of people don't realize that. I think when you're on the outside looking in, you think that you have to be some kind of special person or have some kind
Mhm.
of special things about you. I think the only thing that the biggest things that you and I have talked about today have been discipline and persistence. Those are the
Mhm.
only two things. As long as you have those two things and you follow through, you be driving whatever you want. Like eventually you're gonna be able to wire 350 grand for a car if you want to, and it'd be like nothing. But that's
Right.
only because you put in the discipline and the consistency to make
Yep.
these things happen, right?
Exactly.
So
I
yeah,
like to run my business. I like to go based around faith too. Because if you have faith in the Lord and add it to your business, nothing can stop you. I'll tell you that right now. Nothing can stop. He didn't put you in this planet to not live in abundance. I'll tell you that right now. So much people have potential, but people don't use the potential that God gave them. If you have arms, you have legs, bro, you could do anything that a regular human can do, bro. There's no reason for you not to reach your max potential. I'll tell you that right now. And you're wasting your life for not grinding and working hard every single day.
I love that, man. Amen. Honestly, I think my faith personally, just in business, has taken me so far. Honestly, and just in chances and in risks that I've taken those chances and risks because of my faith in God.
Mhm.
Honestly, had I not had that faith in God, I don't know that I would have been able to handle some of these things because
Right.
yes, the business is great, the money is great. There are times where you do have to take a risk. Every time you send out a mailer, you're taking a risk every
A
single
risk.
time, right?
Yep.
So you might be risking. For me, I'm risking $20,000, $20,000 or $30,000 for this mail that I'm sending out, and I don't know what's going to happen, right?
Exactly.
I might wire money out for a property that I'm buying, and not know what's going to happen when it's. I don't know. All I know is, okay, these are my comps, these are these things. But at the same time, you have to have faith that ultimately, like I always know that anytime I'm seeing something or anytime I feel something, to go with it, because I'm moving by faith. You got to move by faith. And I think when you continuously do that, doors just open.
And he will still throw obstacles in front of you, though. I'll tell you that right now. I had 3 months of a dry streak, bro, making no money, bro. And I was like, bro, what is going on, bro? And you make it feel like it's your fault. Like, damn, am I not good enough, bro? Like, what is going on? Am I messing up? I don't know how to talk to sellers. Is it my marketing's not good? But boom, next month you made 20K. Next month, 30K. That's how the business is, bro. But you gotta be persistent. You gotta have faith, bro. Just keep going. Gotta keep pushing. And if I didn't keep pushing after those 3 months, like, damn, bro, I don't know what's going on. I'm making no money. I have no deals in the pipeline. If I quit, bro, I would not have these months I have now.
I always think about the story of Dana White, the UFC guy, UFC president. Yeah. He said that they had invested so much money into the company, and the company was basically bankrupt. The UFC was bankrupt. And they had the Fertitta brothers gave him $2 million, and they're like, this is the last $2 million we're going to give you. And if you don't make this work, we're done. And Dana would have just been broke. He would have been back to being a bellboy somewhere, right? But he made it work, right? And so those things are like, just in business in general, I think that people see the highlights. That story always gets me, because I've also had dry spells, of course. Yeah. I've had dry spells before, but those stories always get me. And I'm always like, if you're just consistent and you continuously do these things, then you're going to have that month where you make $300,000. I've had months where I've made $300,000 in this business, right? Crazy. And I'm like, life is basically changed, right? Life is different now. It's not the same. I had multiple months where I made six figures. In the beginning of this, it was also a thing of same thing with you, dry spell. Okay, maybe I'm 2021. I remember sending out mailers, nothing comes back. Like, what do? This is the money I had. I just spent $8,000. How do I get this back? Well, then that's why you need to learn how to do the stuff properly, so that way those first mistakes are very minimal, right? When you join LandVerse, you're able to make way less mistakes in your business, because you're learning from people that have already done it. You're learning from Chris. You're learning from me. You're learning from people that have already done it and have done it well. Yeah, I think that just understanding that this is not all the highlight tape, and you're going to have to learn from mistakes. You're going to have to make mistakes in order to actually learn from them and get better from them. Once you understand that and truly, internalize that, this is going to become very, very simple for you. It's not going to be easy. It will be very simple. Yeah. Can you give me, I don't want to get, as deep as you want to go, but can you give me an example of just where you had to literally just walk by faith in your life, or maybe a deal or something like that, where you're like, damn, I don't know. Can you tell me about something like that?
Well, so far in the business, I've been this for a year, bro. So I have to think of something, but on top of my head, so far, that was the one thing I had to walk by faith, bro. Just trusting the process, that no matter what, if I'm making nothing, I know I'm not. I'd rather do this, make nothing, and then go back to my 9 to 5 and not enjoy my life. So me trusting God by just sending mail every single day and being persistent every single day and just trusting the process. That's pretty much it from the dry spell, but nothing else pretty crazy when it comes to deals or anything.
Well, before we wrap, do you have any questions for me? Anything that you're curious about when it comes to the business? Or
nah, bro, you help me every single day. I text you every single day, bro. You're always helping me, so good for right now.
You're like, I already got the questions answered, huh?
An answer, bro. Whenever something pops in my head, bro, I hit you up right away, because I was like, I need to get that shit covered.
Right, and I try to make sure I always respond as fast as possible. So I try to. If you text me and 2 minutes have passed, not a good thing. So, awesome, Chris. Well, I'm happy to have you on. I'm looking forward to having you on again when you have 150K months and you're doing $2, $3, $4 million a year with the land business. I'm very much looking forward to that. And if you have anything that you want to let the people know before we end, absolutely let them know.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys right now. Look, remember this video? By the end of the year, I'm going to achieve 500K. I'm going to achieve it. And all the process, all the systems you taught me how to do it, it's going to happen. But you just got to live by faith, work hard every single day. I guarantee you'll end up being in this position that you want to be in, not working a regular job or doing something that you don't love. So just work hard, be persistent, and have faith in the Lord, and you'll be good.
All right, brother. It was great to have you on. Looking forward to having you on again.
It was a pleasure, bro. Peace out.